to the drum fill breakdown for the song Subdivisions by Rush. There are many difficult drum fills in this song, and I've chosen 5 to demonstrate in this video today. The first fill takes place in the intro section. Neil used his left hand on the hi-hats and his right hand on the bell of the ride cymbal to create a pattern that really fills out this unique section. The 4-on-the-floor bass drum keeps this part solid. The next fill happens at the end of the first keyboard solo. It starts with a hand-over-hand pattern that Neil used on many different recordings. The tricky part here is getting all the ghost notes on the snare drum in there as you hit the hi-hats with alternating hands. Then he plays an alternating hand pattern between the 13-inch tom and the snare drum. Part of what makes this fill so distinctive is the sheer force he's using on the 13-inch tom. This fill starts with a quick snare drum roll, followed by a pattern that alternates between the ride cymbal, the snare drum, and the hi-hats in a very fluid motion. The fourth fill occurs at the beginning of the second keyboard solo. Neil hits the front 16-inch crash and the snare simultaneously, then plays a sweeping fill around the toms, starting with the closed 12-inch tom. It's important to do a slight volume swell at the beginning of this fill instead of hitting the first few notes at full volume. Neil used this technique in many of his fills, and it really smooths it out and makes it flow. I'm sure if you're still watching, you figured out the last fill is the ending section. It starts with one of Neil's signature patterns, the alternating China cymbal and ride cymbal pattern, followed by 3 intricate and fast-moving fills. One interesting element of this ending section is the way Neil plays the first fill moving down the toms, then later plays a similar fill moving up the toms.